Hello and welcome. I'm Lynn of Lynn X Stitches Creates.
And I'm Ash from Stitch Wrecked.
And welcome to our floss tube about counter cross stitch and the project bags that I make. It is Tuesday, April 26th, and this is episode 38. Welcome back. If you're new, we've had so many new subscribers since last week's crazy celebration video with my husband. So welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for all the wonderful comments. I'm so glad you enjoyed my husband. He will only make appearances every now and then because I don't think I could film with him every single time. So we are happy to have Ashley back with us today because, wow. Did you ever finish watching?
So I have only been able to get through part of the video just because life has been kind of crazy for me. But just want to let you know that in real life, it's a little bit of the same. He's definitely a character, and it was interesting to see this being filmed just because a lot of his antiques, I guess, are normal for me. So seeing y'all's reactions was definitely interesting. I'm also not Lynn, by the way. I think that was my favorite part thus far. And yes, he does own that many glasses. Yes, he does use that many glasses in real life.
He got them for shows. I mean, the sunglasses because he doesn't want to pay for progressives, and
I don't blame him.
The one set of glasses he got for shows when he's doing, time period characters. So he wore them all for A Christmas Story when he was the dad in A Christmas Story back in November and December here. So yes, he's a mess. And yes, I have lived with him for almost 34 years, so. Anyway, so we have giveaways that we will insert a video in a little while. And I don't have any finishes this week. Do you have any finishes this week?
I have no finishes. I have start, which I'm not even entirely sure if I've shown my start because it's been so long. Yes.
I don't think so.
I don't recall.
Did you not start Black Needle Society?
I did not.
Oh, man. So, to recap, if you're new, my son, her fiance, had a liver transplant back in August. He's had different medical issues over the last couple of months. On his birthday, he had gone for blood work. They called him to the hospital immediately because something was not right. And the bottom line was that the connection that they had to make between the new liver and his body because of the disease that he has, his bile ducts weren't any good to connect the new liver to, so they had to connect the new liver to his intestine. Because he's young, that scarred over because his body wants everything to heal. And so they had to go in, do surgery.
They cleaned out that bile duct and then used that bile duct and connected it further down in the intestine.
To a different part.
Yeah. It's something they had to kind of do because it was one of the main bile ducts, so they couldn't just,
right.
Not use it. But in this entire journey, we did find out that apparently people are 3D printing bioducts.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see where that research goes. I think also...
So if you live in the UK or the Netherlands...
Please let us know. We're interested. Because he needs more bioducts probably later on in life. And I think we saw another article where they're growing organs out of asparagus and broccoli. This was like earlier on...
We asked his surgeon about it. His surgeon looked like a deer in the headlights. He was like, no. So that technology has not come here to the U.S. I'm sure because it's probably not FDA approved or whatever, and and it's still pretty new. I think The
Like
oldest
20
article was
20 maybe late 2019, early 2020.
I was gonna say 2017. It's still within 5 years. I mean,
Right.
it's really new. So, possibly they have said that he will potentially, maybe in 20 years, need another liver because of his disease, because getting the new liver did not get rid of the disease that he has. It's an autoimmune disease. So who knows? Maybe 20 years from now, they'll grow one for him that he won't reject and need medication for. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be. We always joke that he has a cocktail of pills for breakfast every morning. So
Yeah, it's not good.
it's quite interesting.
But so after 10 days in the hospital, he is home. So moving forward, hopefully it'll be a while.
Yeah.
A long while before, because we are tired of being at the hospital.
Right. And
quite
then
honestly,
we made it back. We keep joking that we make it. So his floor is a square for the most part. So he's been there so often that we kind of made it around.
yes.
And the last couple of times we were on the side that had windows out to the outdoor courtyard. So, we were looking out, because he doesn't really like watching TV, so we don't watch TV. And, this last time we were on the inside. And so
Which looked down into the atrium.
nothing to look at, and we were kind of just like
Other people's rooms across.
Yeah, so we had to keep the shades down because they can also see into our room
Yeah.
if you can look in their room. So yeah, that was his birthday gift. That's been our life the last week and a half. To be completely honest, it was kind of hard to stitch because I had work, and
Yeah.
just hospital lighting isn't the best sometimes, as well as he needed a lot of rest, so
Yeah.
but I'm hoping to get back into stitching again this week. I definitely have plenty of projects to work on. I've been told to start no more projects by my fiance. I make no promises because I've already seen a
what he
couple of
doesn't know.
things. Right. I've already seen a couple of things. I do have a lot of things to start on and to work on. The Black Needle Society pattern.
Yep.
I got a little too involved in like the casework and stuff, so I didn't start the pattern because I was so busy like highlighting and making notes and writing my theories. So that was fun, by the way. If anyone was involved in that retreat.
Yep. The Black Needle Society, we
enjoyed it.
did the unboxing for the Murder Mystery Box. There was this past Saturday. I was on the whole time. Ashley was kind of on,
in
in
and
and out. It was a lot of fun. It was well written. Katie Landis, who is part of the Black Needle Society, she wrote it. Athena from Stitching Goddess Designs, she was the Detective Spore. They had six
Suspects.
six
slash
characters
characters.
there were seven suspects. 6 were on the video chat with us, and they did an amazing job.
Right.
Just
the entire
staying
time.
in character, and like a couple of them were fighting back and forth, and it was
It
great.
seemed- it seemed real.
You really would have thought that they were those people. It was so good. So we did get the
Yeah.
murderer. We picked the correct person as the murderer. I picked the correct reason. You got the correct.
I got the correct way that
Right.
the victim died. I
Yep.
think I kind of overrode my motive. Like I went off on a tangent and I kind of wrote a whole novel for the motive.
Which they wouldn't have cared about if yours
Right.
if yours was in first. It was whoever
Yeah,
had the most
mine was
most
last
correct
minute.
detail in first. So, and the winner got a $100 Etsy gift card, which is really cool. It was not me, because I had the bare minimum. I'm like, okay, it was this person. This is because they got you going.
Right.
The couple of
And
the but the one lady who was there were times I'm thinking, she's not it. And then I'm thinking, nope, she's diverting attention to somebody else. She's definitely the person. So,
especially because she started asking questions too.
Yes.
So she made it seem like she was innocent and
Right.
she was kind of ignorant of what was going on. It was
Because the
one.
only person other than Katie and Laura and Athena who knew who the murderer was the murderer. So when she started asking questions, that was a good diversionary tactic because it seemed like, but, so yeah, so that was a lot of fun on Saturday. And this past weekend was 24 hours of cross stitch. I did not make it to 24 hours. I am always team sleep, by the way. I can never, there is a point in the night when my eyes don't work anymore and I can't stay up any longer. But I didn't start stitching Friday, which was my big downfall. But I did stitch all during the Black Needle retreat, and I'm going to show that one now. So for the Black Needle retreat, if you did not see our unboxing, this was the project bag that came with.
Which I had a couple of questions when nurses or doctors walked into the hospital room, and that's what I had out. So probably not the best thing to carry inside a hospital, but
yeah, well, you know. So this is the pattern. Let's see. The impossible could not have happened, therefore the impossible must be possible in spite of appearances. And that's an Agatha Christie quote. I believe Miss Marple said it, but I'm not 100% sure. So the artwork is by Kristen De Palma, and then Katie Landis made it into the pattern. So last time I was about here, and this is where I got to. I would have been a little bit farther, but I had to frog the top half of the S. You know how it goes. You're talking. And this is linen. So, you know, if you work on linen, you know sometimes you get that really thick thread next to a really skinny thread. And I miscounted because of that. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So that's where I am. So I'm not as far. Jennifer Gorski, she is like a crazy person. She's got, I believe it's Impossible Possible, the poison jar, and the magnifying glass, plus the door, all done already.
She's almost done by my standards.
She's a fast stitcher.
I haven't started.
Okay. So also during 24 hours of cross stitch, I worked on my January Quaker from the Heart Needleart by Wendy. I'm using Blue Wren Cottage Garden threads instead of, you know, the called for colors. And this is where I was when I started, and this is where I am now. I got this big motif done and added these two and started the third, but that'll be a big one that fits in.
It's a little bigger than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was kind of surprised too that it's as big as it is.
I've got a couple of the months too. I haven't started anything.
So I'm liking the blue, the cottage garden thread. I think it's really coming out pretty.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
So that's that one. And then the other thing that I worked on during 24 hours of cross stitch, even though I didn't get on the Zoom call on Sunday with Garon, I was working on the Garon Designer Focus, which is ink circles this for April, and I was working on Tea Time. And I've got called for colors, DMC and Classic Colorworks, and that's where I was, and this is where I am now.
This one's actually coming along really
So
nicely.
I got in the spoon, this strainer, that, the honey jar, and I began the tea kettle. I really like the way the tea kettle is. I'm not sure I'm going to fill it in. I have to think.
Is that one filled in?
It does get filled in with the gray that's in the spoon there.
Oh,
It'll get filled in.
I don't
It's
know.
supposed to be filled in. I kind of like it
I like
outlined.
the outline.
So I may leave it.
Yeah. I think the outline looks better.
I know. I like the purple
It's really
showing through. So that is what I've been working on over this last week.
And then I have a start / work in progress. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure if I started this one last time I was on.
Let's see, I'll put in a picture of what the pattern looks like.
But it's this one right here. It's from Hemlock and Grove, and it's a quote from a book series, and the entire quote says, "Through love, all is possible." So I've got kind of like some motifs here. There's stars. I think that's another star too. And then I'm using a variegated floss. This one is called Moonlight Sonata by Fiberlicious. I think actually these are sold out at this point. I think they were like a last batch that were kind of just last grabs, and I just love the shade of blue. It's really pretty. So I may or may not have snagged maybe like 4 of them.
It's kind of similar to the Cottage Garden.
It is.
The Cottage Garden has a little bit darker blue.
Darker, and I think it does have lighter blues too than this one does. But yeah, and I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave from Bang Girl Fibers, and it's called Stay with the High Lord, which is also from another book series. Actually, same author, Sarah J. Maas, but she's got 3 different series going, so yeah.
Cool.
Accidentally did a little shrine to the author. And it's funny because they call her last name is Mass, and so the way she writes her books, a lot of people call her Mass Destruction, because you start the book and you think something's gonna happen, and at the end something else happens, but it's like a whole roller coaster.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, it's funny. But that's all I've had a chance to work on.
Okay. Last week, with the craziness that was my husband, I forgot about the Black Needle Society challenge deck. Every week I have been picking a card, and I didn't pick one for this week, so I'm picking one now. Stitch on a piece with a bird. So I'm pretty sure I have one. So that will be for this coming week. I guess we'll stick in now the video for who won the giveaways. Okay, so we're drawing for the Bestitch Me Honey fabric, 28 count. And we've got the URL, we've got the word, 33 unique comments, and we're gonna start. Congratulations, Andre Williams, Honey Lemon, I love you, husband, Mr. Mayo, LOL. Yes, indeed. Fun comments from him. And then we're gonna change, and we'll get Lemon for the Jody Lemon fabric. And we'll get the comments, just be sure. 25 comments, and we'll start. And congratulations, Sweta Haldar. Congratulations, I love watching your progress every week. Love the fabric colors, honey and lemon. So congratulations. I hope it's Sweta, might be Sweeta. Congratulations. So Andre and Sweeta, make sure that you use my email address in the box below the video and send me an email, and I will also comment on your post. So next we're drawing for the unicorn scissors, and I've got the word. Let's get our comments. We have 10 comments for the unicorn scissors. And Heidi Levine, happy Flosstiversary. What a fun one. Love the quiz. Got them all right. A lemon flavored unicorn in Downton Abbey would be a sight to see. So congratulations, Heidi. Make sure you send me an email. Okay, so we're doing for the Just Saying Notes About Friendship or ETM pattern. Got the word friends in. I'm just gonna click that again. 4 unique comments on that one. And hitting the button. And okay, so sorry about that. So Melanie Johnson, you won the ORATM pattern. Happy Flosstiversary. I think you did a honey of a job with your unicorn. I like your friends that made a special appearance. The Downton box looks interesting. Hope your son starts doing better. So congratulations, Melanie. Remember, everyone, to use the email in the description box to send me a message with your address so that I can ship these things out. Okay, so we're picking for the Downton Abbey box. A couple of people had put downtown, town rather than ton, which I'm chalking up to their autocorrect. So I've got them in so that they don't miss out. And we're getting, wait a minute. Amount of unique comments was 19 plus the 3, and we're gonna start the raffle, and let's see who comes up. Sharon Hauser, congratulations, Lynn, to you, your 1-year anniversary. Your husband is a riot. You should have him do spot appearances. Hope your son's blood work improves. Wishing him good health. I love Downton Abbey. It was a great success. So congratulations, Sharon. Make sure I have your address. Use the email below. And congratulations. Okay, so congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, everyone, for commenting. Thank you for all your well wishes. And I'm glad you enjoyed my husband. The only thing we have left now is haul, and we both have the same haul. We have joined Rebel Stitcher's Cottage Garden Threads thread pack. Hers is bi-monthly, I believe, and we get 4. Came with a cute little bird sticker for spring. It's all wrapped up.
Yeah, mine's unwrapped because I unwrapped it.
But they are beautiful. Yep. Beautiful.
Let me see. Huh.
Yeah.
No. Is it 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all the same.
I saw 5 in her hand and I thought I had misplaced one and I almost started crying. But no. I also have
4.
the same 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got, oh, come on, lighting. Let me turn this down a little bit. Whenever I unplug it, the settings that we set.
So that one's called Buttercup. And it's a gorgeous variegated yellow. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but
I think that's about it.
It's got 2 different tones. It's got kind of like a golden color, and then the lighter one I would say is more like a buttercup's not the right word, like egg drop.
It's beautiful.
No, egg
This
drop.
one's my favorite. larkspur.
That is gorgeous. That kind of reminds me of Easter eggs, I think.
I'm going to use this on my Flower Fairy by Stitchy Princess. I'm going to use this because I've already changed a bunch of the colors, and instead of doing peach colored flowers, this will be the flowers. And I think that'll be beautiful. So I've been waiting to show this so I could use it. And then we have Mabel.
I think that's my favorite one.
It's
Yeah.
turquoise
Like
and gray and blue.
egg robin, and then there's like a little bit of yellowish.
Yeah. Yeah, this right here kind of has a yellow tone to it. It's so pretty.
It is really pretty. This one is Hollylock.
Hollyhock.
Oh, Hollylock. It is Hollyhock. It's just really pretty shades of pink. I think those would look good on flowers too if anyone has these. I don't know. This is my first time doing a floss club, so I don't know what to do with most of these. It seems like you have plans for some of these. I will probably admire them. And
it's hard when you're new to stitching, and it's the first time you're in a club. You get them and you go, ooh, and then you put them away. I mean, when I first came back to stitching in 2019 and found Flosstube and joined my first club, a lot of them I have not used because I was always very much you do it by the pattern. The colors on the pattern are the colors you use, and that's the end of it. And I've kind of grown to where now I have the confidence a little bit to change things. So
yeah, I don't always follow the colors, but that's just because I don't feel like going to go buy more
she's
floss.
an artist.
Right, so I just look at what I have and I go, oh, well, let me put this in here. But that's because I don't feel like going to the store and buying more floss. So I guess I'll find something to do with them eventually. If not, I'll let you know if they're still stashed in 2 years.
Yep. So, plans. Next week, believe it or not, is May. I really don't know where the first 4 months of the year went. Well, yes, I do. They were at the hospital. But for May, I will be stitching with the 614 Stitcher, a piece for Mental Health Care Month. And last year, I'm looking back through because I had it in my head and then I lost it. We used the hashtag, I believe it's mental health Sal. But let me go back and look and be sure. Where's May? That's Easter. That's too far.
So do y'all pick a particular piece and that's what you stitch?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And if you watch Candy the 614 Stitcher, oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why I'll put it in. If you watch Candy the 614 Stitcher, she showed this past week what she's going to be stitching on for May, and she gave some suggestions on other things if you're looking for something and you want to join us. I'm going to be doing a Forbidden Fiber Co. pattern, and I will show that again next week with my start, because when we film next, it'll be May. And I plan to start on May 1st. So, project bags, gearing up for StitchCon. I will be at StitchCon A. Hopefully Ashley will be around at some point. If you're at StitchCon A, please stop by and say hello. I will probably be around the tables. Last year I went around the tables and handed out needle minders, and if I'm awkward, I'm sorry. Because as much as I enjoy talking to people, sometimes I get awkward. And I think we all do, but you know, please say hi and just say, oh, I'm such and such. I've commented on your channel, or I've commented on your Instagram page. And hopefully I'll do more than say, oh, hi. Steno Stitches last year, she had to grab me twice before we actually had a real conversation. So I was really happy that she did. And Black Needle Retreat is coming up in August. I believe there's still a few spots left. So if you're interested in that, it'll be in Kansas City. The first weekend in August. Should be a lot of fun. There's going to be a s'mores bar. So how much fun is that going to be? Looking forward to that. And next Black Needle box comes out in May.
Which I snagged.
Yes, Ashley was able, they had a couple of extra boxes that hadn't been claimed. Ashley remembered to set her alarm. I totally forgot. Bad representative that I am. I had put it on earlier on my Instagram page, and I forgot to put it up that morning to remind people, because I was just focused on the murder mystery retreat was that afternoon. But the next box is mermaids, unicorns, and dragons. Oh my! So we're excited about that one too. I don't think we'll be able to dress up for that one though. Oh, she's got an idea. Watch out. So there might be another crazy video in May. I will not let my husband dress up as King Triton.
What? No.
No, more than likely he'd be coming in singing the chef's song.
He probably won't.
He auditioned for Little Mermaid here last year with the chef's song, and oh my gosh.
Was that the crazy audition?
Colleen was here. I think you missed that. You weren't here at that point because it was before the transplant. Colleen Rebel Stitcher was here, and we were talking about some things. And he was outside mowing the lawn, and we could hear him over the lawnmower singing. And if you've forgotten what the song is, go watch Little Mermaid. Oh my gosh, he's such a mess. I love him. Obviously, I'm still here with him, but he is a mess. So anyway, other plans. So StitchCon, next Black Needle Society box, gearing up. I know everyone's gearing up for retreats. I hope everyone gets to go to one this summer. I think after 2 years, we all deserve some fun. So, I can't think of anything else. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to tell you. If there was, I'll stick it at the end. If not, have a great week. We will see you next week.